Alright, that works. Alrighty guys, I'm live, and I'm going to be building set 41627, Luke and Yoda, number 71 and 70, 41628, Princess Leia Organa, number 72, set 41628, and Boba Fett, 41629, number 3. So I'm going to build Princess Leia first, and then I'll do Boba Fett, and then I'll save Luke and Yoda for last. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. Guys, if you're interested, this is a live stream. Well, of course it's a live stream, but this is also a Q&A. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I've got the chat set up so that I can easily see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go on ahead and open this up. I will say I really like the new Star Wars line. They've got really nice box art, and I really like the way they look. So I'm really excited to build this one. So let me go on ahead and open it. Ooh, there's some more Hogwarts green. That's nice. Alright. So if y'all guys remember in one of my more previous episodes, I built the Stormtrooper and Darth Vader. And those ones were pretty good. And they were in the similar line. They weren't with these three, but they were similar. And I thought they looked pretty good. So I was excited to get those. And so now I've got the Princess Leia one here. I got these for Christmas, so I am excited to build them up. So let me start doing that. Let me just... That should be better. Alrighty. It's a nice printed piece on a 1x1. Alrighty. So I'm just wondering if y'all can see this. Yeah, y'all can see that. Alrighty, that's good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start building. So, like I said before, I got these for Christmas, and these were really, really cool. I was very happy to get these. I had been wanting these for a while, and I couldn't find them in the stores anywhere. And so I was watching one of M&R Productions video, and he was talking about how this line of Star Wars Brickheadz had actually flopped, and that's probably why we hadn't seen them in the stores. And I was wondering why they would have flopped and why they're probably going to stop making Star Wars Brickheadz, because I really hope they don't stop, or I really hope they don't stop making Brickheadz, because I really like these Brickheadz. And I mean, I've got a pretty decent collection so far. And, you know, building these Brickheadz is really fun. I really like the way they look and how I can, it's easier to collect them. And then I also have, like, the polybag collection. I like to collect polybags a lot. Can't find... Oh, there it is. But the fact that the Brickheadz would be going doesn't sound too appealing to me. I was hoping that these would last a little longer, and I was hoping that this line of sets would last longer. But if this is the end of the Star Wars Brickheads, then I am pretty sad. But at least they went down with some good sets. Including the Boba Fett one. I think the Boba Fett one looks really good, and I can't wait to build it. All right. Wow. Well, that's a new piece. That's interesting. I haven't seen these pieces before. These looks like 1x1 modified pieces. I haven't seen these before. There we go. It does. Okay. Oh my gosh, wow, I totally forgot. I was gonna time-lapse these with my other phone, and I totally forgot to do that. I guess I'll do it for the other Brickheads. It would be stupid to start it now. So the other ones I'll do a time-lapse for. I totally forgot to do that. Alright. Well, there's nothing I can do now. Except for, if I wanted to, I could break this and rebuild it. But I don't want to do that. There we go. That looks good. Huh. Alright. Sorry for the camera shaking. I've got it on a table and I just messed up the table. Alright, that's better. Okay. I'll say this Brickheads is rather simple compared to some of the other Brickheads I've built. I've built some of the Brickheads that are like really overly complicated, and they don't need to be. Like, not like super difficult to build. It's more like I would rather build it a different way. That would be a little easier. Like, I think one that I remember was a little. Also, another thing is, you know, some of them have different builds. So, like the Stormtrooper build, it had a really weird way to build the head than ways that I'm used to in building the sets, and that is one thing that confused me. And so, while I was building it, I ended up placing some bricks in the wrong spot, and it was rather difficult. And like this one, that's kind of different from the way normal Brickheads are built, or at least some of the more older ones. I would like to get some Comic-Con ones one day, but probably not anytime soon, because if they're going to be, you know, stopping Brickheads, that would suck. I think if any of them, I would like to get the Boba Fett and Han Solo one in Carbonite, because that one's really cool. But it's also like $200, and that's a lot of money. But I also need the Captain Phasma and Finn Brickheadz. Those are the ones I don't have. And then if I got those two, and then if I got the Han Solo Carbonite one, then I would have all of the Brickheadz. In the Star Wars line is what I mean. But I think more commercially, all I would need to get is the Captain Phasma and Finn, and then I would have all the commercially available Star Wars ones. And I think that would be really cool. That way I could finish my collection of Star Wars Brickheadz. But another interesting thing about these Brickheadz is they had originated from Comic-Con things, and then Lego started making them more commercially. And I'm happy they did, because I remember watching like Beyond the Brick with the Comic-Con ones, and I was like, oh, those are so cool. I would like to see those. And then about a month later, they came out commercially, and I thought that was really cool. Alrighty, working on... This build has a couple different aspects that I haven't seen before, especially for the sleeves here and the hands. They have an interesting build that I haven't seen in any other Brickheadz, as well as the head, and that's for the hair buns on the both sides. So, and each Brickheadz is not exactly the same. Some of them are different, but most of them are, you know, a basic build platform. But then I've gotten some that are totally different. But I mean, I enjoy building these Brickheadz. To me, they're pretty fun and easy to build most of the time. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 3, and then 4. Correct. That's an interesting build. So now I've got to build, well, 7 more for them, which is not going to be fun. I hate, one thing I do honestly hate in Lego builds is when there's a lot of repetition involved in that building. And that's just something I don't like, because I like my build to be pretty unique throughout. And I know that some builds you can't do that just because of symmetry and the way the build goes, but I hate it when, like, you get to a set that in order to build it, it's like all just this one, it's really one building technique. And I've gotten to some sets that are, you know, pretty good about that, where they're pretty different throughout the majority of the build, and it still looks great. Oops. But a lot of repetition in a Lego set to me doesn't really help, because I feel like I've just been building the same thing over and over, especially in really big sets. These Brickheadz, it's not too bad, because, you know, I finished that in about 2 minutes. Not even that. Like about a minute and I finished. But bigger sets, and it's all the same build, I can't really stand that. Unless it is, you know, a really cool build. And that's the exception. So I am almost done with this Princess Leia Brickheadz, and it is looking very good. Very, very simple build. Most of it I've been doing pretty good with. And now I've got to build 4 of these. So there's 1, and then some more. Alright, 2 more and then I am done. Probably the best part of building a Lego set is after you've been building for a long time, you get to that last piece. It's like, yes, I'm almost done, and then I can't wait to do it. And then, but with stop, when I do stop motion builds, it's like, takes forever. I tend to do, when I do my stop motion builds, I like to do it so that way there is multiple things going on, such as, like, if I were to be building Princess Leia, I would probably build it as if, oh, is that it? Huh, she's got very short legs. That's also a different feature, but I think it's for the robe. Okay. Oh, that's cool. They give you enough extra pieces to build 2 guns. Oh, she can't be like a gunslinger. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make Princess Leia a gunslinger. Boom. And then I like how with the Brickheadz, they make the plate look like a Brickhead's face. I think that's really cool if you can see that. I don't think you can see that. Oh, there you go. It's like the eyes and the forehead and things like that. So let me put her arm back the way it goes. And there is Princess Leia, the completed Brickheadz. So I'll put that one right here. I'll put her right there. And now I will be doing Boba Fett. Alrighty. This is going pretty good. It's, how long am I in? Only been doing this for 17 minutes. I can build faster. I think one thing that takes me longer is like when I do these live streams. Like the Y-Wing took me 2 hours to build, but most of it's from talking and stuff like that. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like a good bit of Hogwarts green in there. Ooh, 3 bags. Nice. There's plate and then the instruction manual. Alrighty. And so here's the box. The box looks very nice. Good box art. And a very nice picture of Boba Fett there. So yeah. I'll just throw that back there. Alrighty. So Boba Fett looks to be more of a complicated build, not in the sense that he has, well, I mean, he has more pieces than Princess Leia, but I think mainly since the jetpack and the pauldron and things like that tend to make a bigger build, especially when considering that you have to do multiple different aspects at once. Alrighty, so let's open up these bags and then start building. This isn't as big a turnout as I thought it would be. Oh, whatever. I just enjoy building. Oh my gosh, you know what, I haven't started building, so I can get away with it. But I forgot to do a time lapse of it. Again. Alright, so there's the base. Alright, let me set this up for a time lapse on my other camera. Time lapse. Trusty Lego stand that I built. It's a very good Lego stand. Alrighty, it's recording. And then let's start building Boba Fett. Alrighty. And then this one looks to be an interesting build. I'm not but 6 steps into the build, and so we have a inset build here where the brick is set back a plate, and I did this in the aquarium build. I use this technique where you inset it back so that way you can build outwards, and it does give it a good looking technique, as I could build windows outwards and different things like that. So I do enjoy that they do this technique. Alrighty. Oh, that is a cool looking piece. Alright, so here's a new piece. It looks like 2 of the 1x1 wedge pieces put together on a 1x2. So that's a really cool new piece. I like it when in Lego sets they add new pieces all the time. They're constantly making new pieces, and that's one of my favorite things to do. Is when I get a new set or I look at new sets, I like to see what new pieces I can find. But one thing I will say is I'm not very interested in the new January wave of Lego sets. With the Lego Movie 2 and the new Junior sets, the new ATDP, I am not very interested in the new sets. I'm not happy that... I don't like the fact that they made brand new ATDP when not but, I think, 4 years ago we had one, and both of them look exactly the same. And the same could be said for the gunship. I don't like it when they do that. Like, they make remakes that are exactly the same. Another instance would be with set number 4502, the X-Wing on Dagobah Swamp, and then the next year they made the 6027, I believe. I can't remember. But it was the exact same Y-Wing build and different minifigures and no Dagobah Swamp. And to me, that's just really weird. And I mean, I do like remakes. I like when they take an old set and make a newer version that looks better and uses new pieces. Like the ATDP and the gunship are prime examples, same with the X-Wing, of them making new sets that really don't need to be made again. But, you know, maybe they had to remake it because they were running out of ideas. But, I mean, with the new movies coming out, I don't know what the new UCS set's going to be. I'm hoping it'll be an A-Wing, because we've gotten literally every other set and no A-Wing, and I'm kind of confused by that. We've gotten a Slave One, 2 Millennium Falcons, like 2 X-Wings, and you know why they keep remaking. Like, we've gotten like 3 Death Stars, 2 X-Wings, 2 Millennium Falcons. Why can't we make one A-Wing? An A-Wing would be a really cool set to see as a UCS set, and I would probably get that one because the A-Wing is a smaller fighter, so it wouldn't be too big. But as a UCS set, it would probably be smaller than the average UCS set, such as the Millennium Falcon or X-Wing, but it would still be an interesting set to build and get. Oh, offset it like so. And then okay, that's interesting. So it's got an offset build that's not even like connected to anything. And I kind of like it when they do that because like that's not being held in right here. That's not held in by anything. That's just, you know, easily comes off. And I think it's a really cool, neat addition when they do that. When they try doing more illegal build hacks, although I wouldn't really consider that an illegal building hack. Illegal building hacks are using Legos and building the Legos in a technique that's not in the way Legos are supposed to be built, such as setting studs offset in a way to set them diagonally, or building bricks in a way that you can, like an example of a building hack, you know, would be something like this. That would be an illegal building hack because you take two pieces and don't connect them in the way they're supposed to be, but you connect them in a way, you know, not in the way they're meant to be connected, such as this. Oh, there you go. So that's how they hold it in. That's really cool. So now this piece that was just inset is not going to go anywhere because this piece here is locking it down. And I think that's really interesting when they do that. So far this build has been really, really different than ways I'm used to building. This is the weirdest Brickheadz I've probably built as like to date. But I mean, I'm still building. Alrighty. This one does have a lot of pieces. This set probably has the most piece count for one single Brickheadz that I've built. I'll have to go back and check the piece count so far, but this one's got like 181 pieces. And the average one I think I've built is like 140. But I don't know. No comments. Golly. I guess everyone's busy on the day after Christmas. For me, the day after Christmas is a lazy day. That's why I planned on doing a live stream today, because it's like the day after Christmas, you know, you've gotten all your gifts, you're kind of, you know, done. You know, you don't have much to do, and so, but I guess I just misjudged that a lot. I guess the day after Christmas, everyone's busy. Except for me, who has plenty of time to build a Brickheadz and do a live stream. But whatever. You know, I built the Yoda's hut yesterday. That's a really cool build. One thing I didn't mention in the video is that for such a smaller... Oh, I used the wrong piece. For such a small build, they managed to incorporate a lot of... No, Did I use the wrong piece? I don't know. There's a printed piece here, and I didn't know if it went there, but I'm guessing it doesn't. Alrighty. But, like, they tried with the Yoda's hut, and one thing I really don't like that much is when they try to make a set as many play features as they can cram in, regardless of how it looks or affects the overall set. And to me, Yoda's hut is one of those sets. It's got... I mean, and I understand that it's like, you know, Luke Skywalker's training, but, like, catapulting him from Yoda's front door is not really, to me, a play feature. That's like, it's not training. That's just something to give something to build. But another thing that I don't like is when Lego sets are crammed with, and like I said, it was when they're crammed with as many play features. Another thing I really hate is stickers. I hate building Lego sets with stickers. And Yoda's hut doesn't have any stickers. These Brickheadz don't have any stickers. They're all printed. And Lego idea sets, well, idea sets used to have no stickers, but now they've got some stickers, like in the old fishing store. And I don't like stickers a lot just because they peel, and to me they detract from the actual Legos. And I like printed pieces way better because they last longer, they look better, and things like that. But I've said my piece about Yoda's hut, and so I will stop. Yoda's hut was so overpriced. I mean, honestly, $30 for a piece like, or a set like that, that should not be $30. That should be $20. That should be the price of the carbon freezing chamber that we got a couple years back. And if y'all remember, I got 3 of those carbon freezing chamber sets, so that way I could build a custom larger carbon freezing chamber, and that turned out awesome. If that Yoda's hut set, if I ever find it on sale for like $15, I would probably buy 2 more. If it was cheaper when it came out, I would have bought more than just one, and I would have built a custom Dagobah mock. And I thought that would have been, that would have been awesome. And that would be something I would totally do. But no, they had to make it so expensive. But that's it. I'm done. Brickheadz are nice. They're cheaper than, Did I build that wrong? Wait, that's right. No, I did not build that. I built that right. Okay, good. Have y'all ever had that happen where you're in the middle of building and then you see something a couple places forward and it turns out you're like, oh wait, did I build that wrong? But in actuality, you didn't. That happens to me a lot. I'm worried that I built it wrong, but I actually didn't. I built it totally right. Brickheadz are nice because, for a $10 range, that's not too bad. I don't think I've bought any of the Brickheadz for more than $10. Except for like the double packs. Those are okay. And but I don't really buy my Brickheadz when they come out brand new for $10. I wait until they go on clearance and on sale. I think the only exception to this would be the No, I bought those for $7.40. I think the Marty McFly and Doc Brown ones, I bought those full price because, and the Captain Jack Sparrow, I bought that one full price. And I think that's it. Everything else I paid like $7.40 or under. And probably one of the best deals I've gotten was like $2.50 for Brickheadz at Walmart when they were just going on sale. They're like, get rid of our Brickheadz. We got to make room for the new ones. And so for me, one thing I tend to do is the best time for me to go Lego shopping. The best time I go Lego shopping is when a new theme comes out or at the end of the month when so like last year, the winter wave of 2018, we got, what did we get last year for 2018? I can't remember. And then the summer wave rolls around and you've got all these new sets. So I go, normally a day or a couple days after the brand new sets. And then from there, that's because they're making room for the new sets by getting rid of the old sets. And so on those days I go, and that is when I get my best deals because everything's on clearance, especially at Walmart, and Target as well. And then afterwards, I'll go and look at the new sets, and it's pretty much a cycle. After the new sets come out, the old sets go on clearance, and then same thing over and over again. Hey, Messenger Illustrations. Hey, bro, Leia looks terrific. Well, thank you. thank you so much for commenting. Messenger Illustrations. If you haven't watched Messenger Illustrations, you should probably go and check him out, because he has a really cool channel. You know, Legos is unrelated to art. Well, actually, it's not. Lego isn't art, because you're using creative skills. And Messenger Illustrations, I've watched his channel before, and he's got really cool videos. So if you haven't, you should probably go and check out Messenger Illustrations. He's got some cool videos, and he's a pretty good artist. He's got a lot of new art supplies and good quality art supplies, so he does really good quality drawings. Alrighty, well, so it looks like I'm building the jetpack now. Alrighty, so that was pretty simple. So there is Boba Fett. He's not quite done. Now I've got to build the jetpack. And I'm not sure as to why we've got these blue pieces here. I don't get it. Last time I checked, Boba Fett's jetpack is not blue. I'm pretty sure it was similar in color to his outfit, his uniform, and not blue. I could be wrong. I should probably go back and watch the movies. But last time I checked, it wasn't blue. Not blue at all. Oops. There we go. Alright, so that's actually looking pretty good. You know, I kind of retract what I say. I think the blue actually looks really good. I think the blue makes it look more comical. But I kind of like the look of it. That's a really nice blue color, especially with the orange. I think that looks good. Yeah, that actually does look good. That's a good looking jetpack. I like that. Alrighty. Now I've got to build the, I guess, scope. You would call it a scope. I'm not sure what it would be called. That goes right there. On. And now I've got to build his gun, which goes like that, and then you put it on that, and then you connect it to this, and then you put that on it, and then you put this on it, and then you got Boba Fett's gun. There you go. Well, that is Boba Fett. Boba Fett is done with a lot of extra pieces. Another thing I don't like is when I get a lot of extra pieces, and then I feel like I did something wrong. I felt like I built something wrong. Alrighty, Boba Fett's done. Now I have to build Luke Skywalker and Yoda. So I've built Leia. I've built Boba Fett. I'm almost done. I'm going to take a quick break and get a drink. Alright, that's good. That's good. Now Luke Skywalker and Yoda. Set number 41627, 10 and up. Luke Skywalker and Yoda, 215 pieces. Number 71 and 70. So this one should be pretty good. This one looks good. So let's open it up. I'm going to go on and turn off my phone that was doing the time lapse, because the time lapse is not good. My hand is in the way because I'm doing a live stream. Alright. that's interesting. Most of my other dual packs, you get like 2 different instruction manuals and things like that, but this one looks like... Let me throw the box. Oh, here, I need to type something into my computer. So I'm going to be opening up these boxes. This looks like there's got Yoda in it and Luke. So I guess you have to build 2 Brickheadz from 2 different bags. All the other dual packs I've gotten before have had separate bags for each Brickheadz. But not this one. That sucks. Alrighty, well, now I've got to build Luke Skywalker and Yoda. So it looks like I'll be building Yoda first, which is great. Yoda's pretty cool. Yoda's pretty wise. Yoda's pretty old. You know, he's like 900 years old. Alright, so can y'all see that? Let me move this over the way. Bam. Ba-bam. Now y'all can see it. Yoda should be a pretty quick and easy build. He shouldn't be too long to... Alrighty, so now I've never built one of these ones. These are like half-scale Brickheadz. That's probably what I would call it. There's the Harry Potter and his owl, I believe, and that's another half-scale one. So Yoda is also half-scale. And that's not too bad. Alrighty. There we go. Looks like I'm already almost done building him. Like I say, this is a pretty easy build. And then I've got to add these pieces, 2 of them. That goes there, and that goes there. Oh my gosh, this is like really weird. This is probably the weirdest Brickheadz. It's got so many different things. Oh, there we go. Found it. But I bet this Brickheadz will look really good. So far, it's got a lot of studs. A lot of sand green in this line. I've noticed that, especially more than other lines. I mean, some of the other lines I haven't gotten any sand green at all. Alrighty, and now I've got to build the body. Oh, he's got a tiny brain. That's Yoda's brain right there. He's got a tiny brain. Especially for Yoda being so wise. Why's he got such a tiny brain? I mean, like Luke Skywalker's brain is this big. So Yoda's got a tiny brain. Now that's a funny addition to the build. And then that goes right there. And then... So it looks like I'm almost done building Yoda. And I can't wait to get this one built and displayed, because Yoda is a really cool character, especially in Star Wars. He's that one character that almost everyone knows. Even if you've never seen Star Wars, everyone knows who Yoda is. And also everyone knows who Darth Vader is. But still, it means something. I've always wanted the UCS Yoda. That's always been a set I've wanted. That was a really cool set when it came out. I had a friend who had that set, and I remember it. I was like, dude, that is so cool. And he had it built and displayed. And I'm like, now thinking back on it, and I'm like, I would really like to have that set. Oh, wow, I totally built his face wrong. Unless his eyes are going to go like that, that's not going to work. Alrighty, and now I've got to build his ears. And that goes there. Nope, not that piece. This piece goes there. Oh, hey, Jamba the Knight. Yeah, you are late. I'm already almost done building. What took you so long? No, it's fine. I'm glad you're here. So, any questions you have? I've already built Leia, and I've built Boba Fett. That was an interesting build. If you want to, you can go back and watch the build of these guys. But now I'm building Yoda. Yoda is a very neat build so far. He's like half scale. And so far, I kind of like him. He's very small compared to Boba Fett and Luke. But this is part Q&A, so Jambo, if you want to ask any questions, you can. I saw your build of the Polar Express build, and that one was really cool. I think the conductor looks really cool. So if you could tell me that the face, if it is Harry Potter, could you figure out what person it is? Because I would like to build that conductor. It was a really cool video. I really liked it, at least. Yeah, you're welcome, Jambo. But I thought it was a really neat build, and it does look a lot like the conductor, actually, which I was pretty impressed with. I thought it looked exactly like him. Professor Fitwick. From the older? Okay. Did he come in the night bus? Was he the character in the night bus? I can't remember. The purple 3-story bus. I don't know. But I'll have to look that up. Also, I saw the Katniss one this morning. The build of Katniss. That, I will say, looked like if they were to do a I almost said Harry Potter. If they were to do a Hunger Games line, that is pretty much what Katniss would look like. Came with the castle. Okay. But yeah, the Katniss custom minifigure you built looked really good. I really liked that one. So I am now like 3/4 of the way done building Yoda, and it looks very good so far. Alrighty, his ears. And then now I've got to build his hair. Where's that? There it is. Hey Jambo, I was wondering, are you ever gonna do a like studio tour? Studio tours are pretty cool. I was wondering if you're ever gonna do that. I probably should do another one. I don't know. Probably not. How's that? That goes like that. You're planning on it? Yeah, because that would be pretty cool. Because one thing I like to do is I like to see people's studios and like get ideas from them. Because some people, they'll have a good idea like how they sort their Legos or how they'll do their minifigures, and I think it's pretty cool. Also, just to see people's collections of minifigures, I think that's also an interesting thing. But I have seen people who sort their Legos like according to piece and piece number and part size and color, and it's like crazy. I barely got my stuff sorted by piece. I mean by color. And that was a pain in the butt to do. And the people who like sort it like crazy, like it's nuts how they sort it so well. Alrighty, Yoda's almost done. Yoda is almost done. And then after Yoda, I will do... Alrighty, Yoda's done. Sweet. That is Lego Brickheadz Yoda. So now I've got to build his little stand. His stand is actually different than the other types of stands, just because he is a half-scale Brickheadz. Yeah, my studio used to be in my bedroom as well. Yeah, I remember when my studio used to be in my bedroom, and then, you know, we got a new house, and the basement kind of turned into my studio. That was awesome when that happened. I totally turned it into a Lego room. But I know what you mean, Jambo. I had to have all my Legos in my bedroom at one time as well. And that was fun. And then sorting it by the theme, like the Bionicle and stuff, that's actually pretty smart, because most of your stuff is Bionicle, and it does look pretty cool. I was wondering if you're going to do any more Bionicle mocks. You probably are, but still, they do look pretty good. I liked your K9 one you did. The K9 Bionicle build you did was pretty cool. I think it was for a mock contest, or a Bionicle contest, and it was pretty cool. Alrighty, so now I am building Luke Skywalker. I finished Yoda. Yoda looks really good. I've got 3 out of my 4 Brickheadz built so far. This is the last one, and I'll probably just stay on for more questions and stuff. But, yeah, more Bionicles. Okay. Like system, you mean like system, like the old 1970s and 80s sets? Is that what you mean by system sets? Or what do you mean, Jambo? I'm not quite sure. Oh. Oh, okay, I understand. Just regular Lego bricks. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, do you have like a bunch of original Lego sets? I'm like, if you do, that would be awesome. Actually, some of the stuff I got, like when I first got into Lego, was my dad's, and he gave me he had been collecting Lego Star Wars stuff, and most of the stuff that I got started on building was from my dad. And so you were like talking about the system, like, what? He's got a bunch of that. Actually, I think the first Lego set I ever got, or actually remember building, was from my dad. It was the Lego TIE Bomber from 2002. And that was probably the first one I remember. And the sad thing about that was I never finished building it. And I have never built it. I still need to build it. I haven't built it yet. I've got the minifigure and everything for it. Just, I haven't built it yet. That's like the longest procrastination I've ever done, is the Lego TIE Bomber. So that's one I do need to build soon. But probably the first ever set I got from the store, and actually remember buying, was a 3-in-1 creator set. It was like a boat, plane, and helicopter. And that was probably the first ever set I built. And then the rest of my Lego collection came from Craigslist. Like, people would be like, you know, cleaning out their house, and they would find that they had a bunch of Legos from their kids or whatever when they got out of doing Lego. And so my dad found those on Craigslist and stuff, and he would buy them, and like really cheap. And so I got a lot of Legos from that. Probably the rest of it is just from, I find a good bit from thrift stores. People just, get rid of it without actually knowing the value of their Legos, which I find interesting because, like, people, like, I found, I don't know if y'all remember the Alien, it was the Alien Defense Unit. It was like the ADU stuff. It came out like 2009, 2011, I can't remember. But it was an older line. And I had found, like, I probably should build them up, but I found it was like the main defense HQ set that was like a big truck. And then I had a jet and then the mothership that came with it. And now I can't find a Lego piece. And then it was like another smaller UFO. And then that was what I got from the thrift store one day as well. Oh, Alien Conquest. Yes, thank you so much, Jambo. I couldn't remember what it was called. I thought it was ADU, and you're like, oh, Alien Conquest. And that's exactly what it was. I appreciate that. Yeah, Alien Conquest was what it was. It came out a couple years ago. And I got a bunch of those from the thrift store. And it was really cool. I built them up and stuff like that. And it was really cool. And then I found some Lego sets, here and there on sale or at the store or at the thrift store. And that's really where most of my stuff comes from. That's really how I got into doing it. And then some of my other Lego sets come from, just friends who were done with Legos, and so they would give their Legos to me, or, my brother, he had Legos, and then he was done with it, so he gave them to me. Alrighty, so I'm almost about halfway done building Luke Skywalker, and it looks very good so far. Yeah, I would like to rebuild all those Alien Conquest sets. Those were really cool sets. The big truck, it was like this long. It was like really long and really big. And it had like a little jet on top that you could launch. It was pretty cool. And that was one set I do remember pretty clearly. And the mothership. I probably should rebuild those. Those were pretty cool sets. I would like to see those built again. Yeah, they were pretty cool. Alrighty. Over here. And then another theme, I guess one of the themes that I really do not like is Lego comes out with some themes that are just meant for other people who don't like, the Star Wars and things like that. And some of those themes that I can't stand. I hate those themes. Ninjago, when it first came out, Ninjago was pretty cool. You had the little spinner, and you had the ninjas of different, elements, and it was a really cool line. I did like Ninjago, but then it started getting really stupid with the new. They turned it into a TV show, and then from the TV show, if you didn't watch it, you didn't know what was going on in the sets, and you would get confused. And I just personally didn't like Ninjago after that. And then I was excited because before that I heard that Ninjago was going to be going. Yeah, it has gone downhill. But I got excited when I heard that Ninjago was probably going to be ending. When it didn't, I was very sad. They got it revamped. They turned it into some new thing. Like, it's totally confusing. I can't figure out what Ninjago is anymore. I remember last year they had like this steampunk mech thing. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because I do like steampunk, and I like building, custom things. So I turned that into a mock. But then it's gone downhill. And the same can be said for Nexo Knights. Only Nexo Knights I never got into. I didn't like Nexo Knights at all. Nexo Knights was that one theme that was like, yeah, no, I don't like Nexo Knights. And then Chima. I don't like Chima. Chima came out. And at first, it was pretty cool. You had the little racer things and the animals, and I thought it was cool. And honestly, I got them. I got Chima when it first came out. And then Chima just got stupid. You know, you got so many different factions of animals, and then these guys were fighting these guys, and you couldn't figure it out. And to me, it wasn't good anymore. It was one of those teams that I didn't want to buy any more of. But Star Wars has been pretty good because there is so many diverse, there's so many movies that they can constantly be making new sets from. But yeah, Chima was weird. But Star Wars, you've got the themes that go along with the movies, and if you've seen the movies, you understand what each set is about. And so for me personally, I like Star Wars. So that's about it. There are some other themes that I don't like that much, but I'll talk about those in a different video. Like Lego, I hate, and Lego, I love. I did like the Lego Studio stuff. The studio was pretty cool. I wanted to build those. Architecture, I don't like architecture that much because it's so expensive for, like, you get no many figures, you just get, like a couple hundred pieces, and then you build a building, and then you're done with it. You just display it. And I kind of liked it. I want the Statue of Liberty, but it's so expensive that it makes me, I haven't got any of the sets because it is so expensive. I'd rather spend my money on Star Wars, where I get, a minifigures, and I get cool ships and things like that. So that's that. And then I got into, let's see, I wish they would make Star Trek Lego. I mean, honestly, I like Star Trek, and I wish they would make Star Trek Lego, but it's just, you got so many different themes of Star Trek that you could be making Lego sets off that forever. But, they don't make Star Trek Lego. I think Creo or Mega Bloks got Star Trek, and I'm disappointed in that. I think Lego needed to get that. Sorry, guys, I've had a cold for a couple days now, and I'm not feeling too good, but I wanted to make a live stream of me building these because they are pretty cool. I'm on the last one, and it looks so far really good. A really nice build. Jambo the Knight, isn't your favorite? Your favorite is probably Bionicle. Isn't it Bionicle? I think your favorite thing is Bionicle. You mentioned that, I think, in a video, but I can't remember. Like, so, and then you've got the Creo has the Star Trek license. It does. Actually, I have a Mega Block set of Star Trek. I do. I will admit that. I am not 100% Lego. I like Lego a lot, but I do have one set. It was like a really good deal. I found it, and I really wanted it because it was Star Trek, and because I like Star Trek. And that one set was the, what is going on here? Oh, well, I do have one Mega Block set that is, Star Trek. But other than that, I have all Lego. I know some people who do Lego and Mega Bloks and all that stuff. But, other than that, it's just Lego for me. So, Luke Skywalker so far is almost done. He looks pretty good. Very nice Brickheadz. Definitely, I would say that. I think it'd be cool, like, if Brickheadz made... If Brickheadz is dying, to me that's very sad because I like the Brickheadz line a lot. But if it does die, or if it does keep going, I would like it if they would make some, like... I think that goes right there. If they made, like, the Brickheadz of their minifigures, I think that would be pretty cool. Like the minifigure series. Or if they did Brickheadz of the Ninja. Well, they did the Ninjago Brickheadz. And so in order to appeal to a larger audience, I think Brickheadz would need to make more diverse themes. I got the Marty McFly one and Doc Brown, and I really like that one. I have the Ghostbusters one, which I'll be building in a video like tomorrow or the next day. So you should be seeing that pretty soon. I think after this, I'm going to make a review video of this, so you can be seeing that soon. But Brickheadz, I think, is going down, which is sad because I couldn't find these Brickheadz anywhere in the store because I really wanted to find them, but I couldn't find them in Target. I couldn't find them in Walmart. The only place I could find them was Amazon and Lego.com. And other than that, they were vanished. They had vanished. Nowhere to be seen. Alrighty, so I think this is it. I think that's the finished Brickheadz here of Luke Skywalker. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to build a stand. Oh, no. Ooh, I love it when they put these chrome light sails in instead. I like the chrome ones better. And then the stand here. That's interesting. Why? Oh, okay. So you get a lightsaber included with it as well. That's very nice. Luke does look cool. Luke looks really nice. I think that's probably best. No, I think Boba Fett's the best. Alrighty, so I finished building them all. And I've got Luke right here. Let's see, can you see Luke? You can see Luke. I've got Yoda. I've got Boba Fett. And I have Leia Organa. And they all look really nice. These are really cool Brickheadz. I do like Leia Organa as her hair is very unique in the way it's built. It does have rather simplistic printed bricks. Boba Fett is really nice, but he does have, his helmet here is pretty loose. And it rattles. If you can hear that, it rattles. But he has a lot of detail and is very, very detailed Brickheadz, and I do like it when they do that. Yoda is also very nice. I like how small and simplistic he is, but gets the point across that he is Yoda. And Luke Skywalker is also very nice. He's very detailed, and you can easily tell that that is Luke Skywalker. And I think out of all of these, I would say Boba Fett is my favorite, just because he's my favorite, Star Wars character, probably, and then a close second would be probably Yoda. And these two characters did come with a lot of Hogwarts green. Luke Skywalker is very nice, but Leia is in last place. So it would go Boba Fett, Yoda, Luke, and then Leia. And that's about it for the build. That's it for the Brickheadz. So I'll stick around for probably a little longer if y'all guys want to ask any more questions. And do anything for the Q&A. If not, I'm just probably going to sign off. I finished building, like I said, I built the Yoda's hut yesterday, and then I have the Ghostbusters Brickheadz I need to build. Do I have any suggestions for minifigures I should make? I think it'd be cool. Like I said, your Polar Express one was really cool. I think it'd be really cool if you built, some more cinematic minifigures like you did. Like some more Hunger Games minifigures would be really cool. Your Katniss one looks really nice. Like I said, it looks really cool. But more like probably another Hunger Games one, like PETA, I mean. And then um have you seen The City of Ember? It's actually a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, you probably should. It's The City of Ember, and I'll type it into the chat box real quickly. If you haven't seen that movie, you probably should. It's got really cool minifigures, or not minifigures. It has really cool characters who could be really cool minifigures. Um, and then probably it would be cool if you did some custom Star Wars minifigures as well, like some that we haven't seen in the films yet, such as some more bounty hunters, because bounty hunters are really cool characters to see. Um, and other than that, that's probably all I can think of. Um, Definitely, I would do that studio tour pretty soon, Jambo, because your channel is also doing really good. It's grown really fast. I've noticed. I'll like check onto your channel and I'll see that like last week you had 10 and then now you've got 19. It's growing pretty fast. So you're doing pretty good, Jambo. I like your videos. You do have pretty good quality videos. I did want to ask, how is your Game Boy? That Game Boy Color you got? Do you like it? I had one way back when, a couple years ago. I had an original Game Boy, a Game Boy Advanced, and I would play like Spyro. And then I played like a Star Wars game on it. I can't remember what. And then my dad found a Game Boy Color at a thrift store, and that one, it was like a total game changer. I played that. This was before I had a phone or tablet or Nintendo 3DS. So the Game Boy Color was so fun. And then I got a Nintendo 3DS, and I kept playing that one. But that was about it for my video. So if y'all enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe. And until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.